Previously on Two Past Midnight.
I'm here to meet Zjelko. I have a present for him.
The club is closed right now. You see a man leaned up against a wall in the alley, and you can see blood.
Man, he looks like he got shot.
Take the package to the church.
I'm sorry. I failed to introduce myself. My name is Ellis, and you are?
My friends call me Bruce.
Where, pray tell, did you receive this envelope?
Hold on, Chatty Cathy. Don't even think about it.
All right, so we got Bruce and Emmett up at the church with Ellis now. And then we have Murph down at the bunker. Where do you guys want to start? I don't know. I could do either one.
Murph.
Sure, I don't care.
Let's resolve Murph, because then we can focus on getting the fuck out of here.
Get the band back together?
Yep. All right, so Murph, so you come walking up and you go to the checkpoint and they, take your weapon and, you unload it, take the magazine out, pull one out of the chamber, and they start escorting you up to the front.
Actually, he takes a couple rounds.
Right, so that he can pay them with it. Yeah. That's fine. And they would understand. They would be like, oh, yeah, of course. And we kind of fast forward through that. We see him go in and we see the nightclub and the music's playing and doof, 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 doof.
He definitely gets a beer.
Okay.
That shit's good.
And you see that same guy, the big guy with the busted up, looks like he's been in fights face. Mm-hmm. And when he sees you, he recognizes you, and you see, it seems like they had told him that you were going to show up, and he gives you the finger, not the middle finger, but the 1 second.
Hold on a minute.
Yeah, just 1 second. And he talks to the guy that's right there, by the steps, and that guy goes downstairs, down to the VIP area. Comes back up a few minutes later, and he comes and says something to the big guy, and the big guy comes walking over to you. He's like, okay, come with me. And you guys walk down the stairs and into Zjelko's office. And we see Zjelko sitting there at the desk again. That's where he's at. He's like, Mr. Murph. Mr. Murphy, I see you are back so soon. I have not left you a message. But
Murphy sees a cross. Murphy sees a cross.
Shut up. No, if he's got his shirt open, Murphy specifically stares over his head.
No, he's got it, tucked in. As you walked in, he was, buttoning up the button. He's like, Mr. Murphy, let's start. How are you today?
Funny guy, Zjelko. I've got some information that I thought would be beneficial to you, and I didn't want to wait for your message because I think it might be time for me to leave the city.
Sorry, I have seasonal allergies. It's kicking in.
Try being from the States and coming here. That shit, it's
trust me, pollen in Poland is totally different than pollen in Russia. Is different. Is subtle differences in the climate down here. But yeah, so this information you have for me is useful. What is it?
Well, how do I start this? We'll just we'll just give you a quick synopsis. How about that?
Make it quick so we don't bore our audience.
Your sniper attack last night.
Yes.
That was Valentine.
Valentine? And he looks over at the big guy and he's like, says something to him in Polish, and he's like, who is this Valentine?
He knows you. Or knew. I guess that should be past tense.
Perhaps he worked for the previous owners.
He seemed to have quite the... How would you say?
Vendetta?
Yes. Towards you. So I
Or
thought
whatever the Russian word for vendetta is.
V is for vendetta.
Jeremiah's Googling it right now. This is when the chat's useful, because someone would probably chime in with it.
So I would have thought that this information would have been more useful to you, but
No, it's very useful. I just I didn't know that the name specifically. I don't.
huge Russian dude, looks former Spetsnaz, prison tattoos all over him.
Yeah, sounds like someone who might have worked for previous owners.
So this man is how I got into the city in the first place.
Okay.
And he said I owed him for him getting us in, me and my compatriots.
Right.
And was very vague about what that entailed. But he had it out for you. Told all kinds of stories about how you stole his life, his business, his club, all this bullshit. So after my meeting with you, which was, I don't know, let's call it a happy accident, I would guess, he discussed the fact that he was a very vindictive, evil man, by the way. He apparently shot the guy in front of your door because he thought the people were running late. So, anyways, that night we killed him.
So that's the royal we.
Yes. Emmett, Murph was trying to make himself look good here.
You're not there, Emmett.
After meeting with you, I did not want to owe this man. And you seemed like a reasonable gentleman that I may be doing business with in the future. So I figured I would do you this favor.
So, where is this man's body then?
I'll tell you exactly where it is. And I give him the... actually, do you have a
Deep
map?
inside the V-hole.
I mean, you could give him a street address.
Yeah,
That's right.
I tell him where it is, but I thought pointing it out on a map because I'm unfamiliar would be better story-wise.
Sure. Yeah, he pulls out a tourist map of Krakow. And he's like, oh, yes, that area. It's close to the bridge, this strange point. But
His body and his belongings are right there.
no, they're not. The loot goblin got him.
Whatever belongings that he had, I don't know if my compatriots took any of his shit. But he, from what I gathered in the conversations with him, he has been stalking you for quite some time.
Well, roll me a persuasion roll, Chris.
But I'm not lying.
That's not how persuasion works, Chris.
It's a D6, so.
Give yourself a +1.
So, D8.
No, that's not how the bonuses work in this game.
2d6.
Yes.
Oh, that's right, sorry.
Yeah, they also go down that same way.
4 and a 3.
Okay. Do you want to push that roll?
Sure. But do I get to roll 2?
Yeah.
Because
you
I
get to
didn't roll a 1, right? So,
Yeah, you get to re-roll both of them. Yeah.
5. And a 6!
Okay. So he leans back and he's like, it seems like I owe you, Mr. Murph. Tell you what, and he says something to the guy, his guard, you know what I mean, the big dude, and he's like, I'm going to have some people check out this location. If you don't mind waiting right here until we can get confirmation on this keel, if you will.
Sure. You know, I don't really have a lot to fear. Don't care. I'm good. I'll wait so you can see.
Okay. If you want, you can wait in the VIP area. That would be no problem. for me.
How about a couple beers on the house?
I think you might be pushing your luck.
Hey, you can't blame me for asking. That's some good shit you got.
But one beer on the house.
Thank you.
And he like writes something on a piece of paper and hands it to you. And
I appreciate that. Before I go, wait, can I just ask a question? I know I'm being a little pushy, but I this has been bothering me since he told me this whole story.
sure.
Why did he hate you so much?
If he is one of the former employees of the man who used to own this place, he might have a issue with the fact that I took it over.
And probably the manner in which you did it, I'm assuming.
You know, a man like that does not necessarily work for nice people, if you know what I mean.
I do. I honestly, I've seen action throughout this world. I have not seen that level of hatred in a long time. It was very personal. But just, like I said, wanted to let you know, wanted to satisfy my own curiosity.
Yeah.
So I'll go wait out there.
Yeah, we see Murph sitting in the VIP area for a while, whatever, and some guys come back down the stairs and go back into the office after some time. And then big dude comes out. He's like, Mr. Murph, he is ready to speak with you.
Sure. Thanks, big man.
You walk back in there, and he's like, no, we found this body exactly where you said it would be. So it seems like I owe you. The man I said he actually knew who this man was, this Valentine, and that he was more than likely after me for revenge based upon his former employer. So, but I do appreciate that, and well, I guess I owe you a favor at this point.
Fair enough. I may, if I come back to the city, I may call that favor in.
Are you leaving the city?
Yeah, for now. One of my compatriots, his son was in the United States Army as well. And we keep getting vague reports of people seeing him. So we're going to try to track him down, because in this crazy world, it would be pretty good if he could get some closure one way or another, or find his son. That would be great.
Well, they have been closing down the checkpoints and pretty much not letting anyone in or out. It's been pretty much on lockdown for the last couple days due to this illness that's going around on the countryside. So I may have an offer for you on a way that I could repay you, and then would not require you to come back for me to repay you.
That sounds great. If you can get us out, I would definitely consider it square. I really didn't do it to owe you a favor, or so you would owe me a favor. It was, after meeting with you, it seemed like the right thing to do.
Fair enough. I think I have a way to get you out of the city.
Okay. I'm supposed to meet my friends at St. Mark's.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a plan, you want to send one of your guys to...
Tell you what, when you are ready to leave, just come back here. I'll make sure you get out.
Perfect. Thank you, Mr. Zjelko.
Thank you, Mr. Murphy. Let's start.
Not going to live that down with you, am I?
Nope, you will not. GM
Fair.
will remember that forever.
Fair enough. Still good doing business with you.
All right, we see Murph heading out away from the bunker. We see Ellis and Emmett and Bruce back at the church. And what are y'all doing? Because I know you guys were going to wait for Murph, right?
I am flipping through one of the hymnals. Can't read it, but I'm just kind of flipping through, seeing if there's anything recognized, because I'm still sitting in the pew where I've been told by my captain to sit.
So, what is exactly preventing us from leaving right away?
Oh, we got another guy that we're waiting on. It's a whole nother person, and he's finishing up some underground business.
Bruce.
Some underground business.
Bruce.
Yeah?
Subtlety.
I didn't
Subtlety.
tell him about Valentine. I didn't say anything about him.
You just did.
A Valentine.
No,
A Valentine. No, I'm curious. This Valentine, has he been operating in this environment?
What do you mean by this environment?
In this location, within the city.
Oh, I mean, that's a big city, so...
No, Valentine doesn't seem like the church type.
Frickin' Bruce.
Please tell me something more about this Valentine.
Valentine does not exist. It is a name that Bruce has made up in his own mind.
Yeah, I'm a crazy guy. Yeah.
At this point, Emmett is sitting in the pew next to Bruce. Emmett hasn't slept in over 24 hours. He's actually taken a point of stress from sleep deprivation. And he is desperately trying to keep his eyes open so that Bruce doesn't spill any more crap to this person before Emmett nods off in the pew next to Bruce.
Ellis is going to sit down in the pew in front of Bruce and turn around and talk to him.
Bruce, I need you to stop talking and just watch as I catch a few Z's, please. You have proven to me that you can hold your own. The only thing you can't hold is your tongue. Please, Bruce. I've got to sleep, but I've got to trust that you're not going to tell him your entire life story.
It's fine. You can sleep. You can trust me. I'm not going to tell him you killed... Never mind.
Ellis, puts his finger over his mouth and kind of mouths we'll talk after he falls asleep.
And Emmett is going to finally sleep here in the church.
Okay.
On the pew next to Bruce.
Mm-hmm.
So as we hear Emmett's breathing change and he starts to snore just ever so softly, Ellis turns around and goes, "Now, this Valentine, you said that Emmett killed him. This Captain Peterson killed him."
Well, I mean, he's not a bad guy. He didn't just, kill him in cold blood. So in order to get us into the city, he had us in this indentured servitude for $30,000. And just the more that we got down the rabbit hole, the more it seemed like he was not going to ever let us out. And we were pretty much slaves for him. So I think we just, the opportunity came to kind of free ourselves. Because, again, we got to go try to find his boy and some things. So we just, it happens.
As Bruce is talking, the camera's pulling back as he's completely spilling the beans about everything. And goes out the front door of the church, and we can see people walking down the road, and we see that guy out front with the big crucifix. And on the other side of the large area in front of the church, we see Murph come walking towards the church. And you're about 20, 30 meters away from the giant crucifix right out front of the church.
I forgot.
But okay,
Bringing him to a church.
but
I've been thinking about this for a while. I was like, oh, you guys are going to go meet at the church.
Well, that explains the erection. No.
okay. Now let's use a little bit of sense here.
Nope.
He knows what the trigger is.
Being in the same hex as the crucifix right out front of the church.
Well, to him, it's just seeing it, right?
Nope. Says being in the same hex as
No.
As
In
the
his
thing-
mind, the way that he thinks about it, and he explained to Zjelko, is he sees a cross and he flips the fuck out.
Right, sure. That's because he doesn't understand the rules that
The rules is
say
written. It's same hex.
one stress each round in the same hex as the object of the phobia related to the trauma. Are raw. I understand what you're saying, Chris.
You can, Chris. Here's the thing: you can play him up as nervous and uncomfortable, but the negative effects to the game won't affect you until you're in the same hex.
Yeah.
So, like, you can play it up like he sees it and he's like, "Fuck."
Yeah.
But it's fluff at that point.
Yeah.
You know.
But he's being 20, 30 meters away, which is why I pointed that out. Like, you're not going to start doing it right now, but I'm just letting you know. You would have
It's
to go
coming
through
up.
that hex to go to get inside the church.
He's letting you know the hazard is there.
Yeah, yeah.
I got you. What I'm saying is, I would think in his head he'd be like, okay, gotta not look at this shit. But yeah, I can play it off as he's like, nope, not going there. Like I don't know, like me, I hate snakes, right? If I see snakes, I'm like, okay, yep, not doing it.
Yeah.
Brian.
Because it'd be the kind of thing where, like, if he's just like looking down and starts walking towards it, the closer he gets, even if he's not looking at it, he's just like, fuck, I know it's there. I know it's there. I know it's there. I know it's there. And there's this guy yelling out front in Polish, and he's like pointing out around in the crowd, and he points right at you. And on that crucifix, it just all of a sudden you see Gordon hanging on the crucifix, just like in flames. And it's like that memory from inside the house, and he's just like head tilted to the side and making eye contact with you. I mean, you're far enough away that this isn't the role, but the closer you get, that image is just like ingrained in your head.
No, he stops and says, fuck this. I'm not going in there.
Yeah, and you see people like walking by you, walking towards the church, and like just walking all around.
Yeah, he's going to grab somebody walking towards the church.
All right, roll me a d6.
4.
Okay. Yeah, so you stop someone, and they happen to speak English, and they're like, can I help you?
Yes, sir or ma'am.
Ma'am.
Listen,
Yes, can I help you?
ma'am, I was wondering if you could do me a favor. I'll give you a couple of bullets. Could you please go into the church and you will find a few Americans there? And tell them that their friend Murph is waiting outside.
Okay. But yes, I will go in. They're waiting inside for you. Who should I ask?
Yes, but I can't go in there right now. A friend of mine passed away. It's just too fresh of a memory. I don't want to go into where we had to do our version of a funeral.
And as Murph's talking to this woman, like she's between you and the crucifix, and like behind her still you can just see Gordon there, and just like flames coming off of him.
Yeah, he keeps looking at her and looking at the ground, like nervous. Doesn't like. He's just like, yeah, I can't go in there. I cannot go in there. If you could do me this service, ma'am, I would really, really appreciate it.
Of course. Just I will go in, and you said his name was Emery.
Emmett and Bruce.
Emmett. Yes, and
Bruce is an easy one.
Bruce. Oh, okay. Yes, I will go in and I will ask for Emery and Bryce. Not a problem at all.
I'll be right here.
Okay, yes.
He turns his back to the church. He's like, I hate this.
So this woman comes in to the church, guys, and she's like, she's talking to the guy up there with the suit on, and the guy with the suit's like, is there a Emery or a Bryce here? Bryce? Emery? Bryce? Emery? Bryce?
There is a Bruce and an Emmett.
Emmett.
You think they're talking about us?
Yeah, I'm sorry. There's no Emery and Bruce, ma'am. He says to her bullshit. And she walks off.
You think that was for... Nah.
Awesome. Yeah, he's just going to wait out there then. He may try with another person.
All right, you see her kind of like going around, and she sits down and she does some prayers and stuff like that, and she comes walking. A little while later, she comes walking back by, and she's like, "You two, you are Americans, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know an Emery and a Bryce? There's a man outside said he cannot come in. He's looking for some friends of his. Perhaps you know them."
Crazy looking guy. Looks like he could snap at any moment.
Yes. He kept shifting his eyes down to the ground. Is very strange.
Yep, that's probably for us.
He said he was looking for two friends. Their names were Emmett. Yes, Emmett. Yes, and Bryce. Yes,
Bruce.
Oh yes, Bruce. I am so sorry. Yes, Bruce. This English is a strange, really difficult language.
Hey, I very much appreciate that. It helps a lot. We've been wondering when our friend will get here, and
he's outside. I think.
Thank you, ma'am. Godspeed.
You see her drop the rounds that Murphy gave her into the collection plate. Clank, clank, clank. That's now my favorite image we've had up to this point.
Dropping ammunition in the collection plate. Yeah.
Just the idea of that is crazy.
I need to add that to my spent rounds.
Right?
This friend of yours, why can't he come into the church?
Oh, he's certifiably nuts. He has this weird thing that if he sees a cross or a crucifix or anything that's even lowercase t related, he flips out and tries to beat the living piss out of anybody. So I guess having him meet us at the church was a misfire on our part.
It seems like a poor choice on your part.
Yeah,
yes.
we don't always. I don't always think
not
of other
very
people.
well thought out this time.
You're gonna look here, James Bond. You're gonna learn that about us pretty quickly. That we're flying by the seat of our pants.
So are we going to leave him out there, or?
Oh, he ain't going nowhere. I mean, I'll get him eventually, but like, what am I going to do
he's
with
your
him?
friend. I'm
Yeah.
sure.
I mean, my biggest thing is poor Captain here needs a little bit of rest.
He looks a bit worse for the wear. Yes, I think you're right.
Do you want to do me a favor? Do you want to go out and get Murph?
Oh, but he doesn't know me.
Eh.
Oh, no. I couldn't possibly impose. But I will stay here with your Captain Emmett and watch over him. While
Oh,
he
sure.
sleeps.
You're
And then you could go out and either bring him in or find other accommodations for your friend, and then return, I suppose, or not. We could meet you in the morning outside.
I don't really want to hang out with Murph for a day.
It is entirely up to you. Captain Emmett and I will wake him when it is time to leave, and we will meet you outside. Or, you can return, and we'll all meet outside.
All right, I'll be back. I'll go talk to him. And I'll head out the front door.
Hey, yeah, you're going to have to sleep on the street, and we're all going to sleep in the church, so sorry, my man.
Beats the alternative.
Here's some newspaper.
All right, so outside, Murph, you see Bruce come walking out of the church, and you see Murph on the other side, about 20 meters away from the crucifix and the guy out there preaching.
Hey there, buddy. Didn't feel... I guess we probably didn't think this out, sending you to the church.
Probably the worst fucking place to think to meet, don't you think?
I mean, it's not exactly a parking ride here.
Fuck. This is worse than I thought it was.
So how'd everything go?
I've been, seriously, like, the whole time, I'm like, this is so funny. They're like, we'll meet at the church. And I'm like, that'll be funny.
We're fucking stupid.
I mean, to be fair,
Everyone else is comfortable.
It's your trauma. You should kind of be. I mean,
Let me crash a vehicle into this one.
Set it on fire.
Well, I am dealing with it. That's why I'm not in that fucking church.
well, we met a particular British guy in there that.
A Brit.
Yeah, he's. We've got some information he wants, and he's got some.
What the fuck kind of information could we have?
Oh, that's a whole nother thing. You didn't hear about the dead guy in the alley.
Great.
So there's
Did Emmett kill him?
No, we didn't kill him. So somebody apparently shanked a mailman, and we got tasked with the delivery of it.
A mailman?
And
What
so
the
we
fuck?
delivered it to Alfred in there, and he said if we want to give him that information, that he'll help us out and find a way out of here. We'll look for Captain's kid, and then if everything comes to fruition, we hook him up with the info and diddle-da-da-do. And I mean, it seems like a good guy. I just left Captain in there with him. I mean, everybody's fine. Captain's asleep, but yeah.
Awesome.
Subtlety.
So
You're an interesting dude.
why, thank you. So did you? I don't see a gold medal around your neck, so I take it that Skippy didn't care about Valentine's death.
Oh, he was very happy, actually.
Really?
He's getting us passage out.
Nice.
Because apparently this place is on even more lockdown than it was before. There's that disease, whatever the fuck is going on, is spreading, and they're keeping people out and not letting people leave.
So you're telling me I don't have to bumble back through the minefield on the way out?
I'm hoping not. I don't know what his plan is.
Big
He said
fan
he'll
of
get
that.
us out. We just need to go to the club when we want to leave.
All right, now it's okay. So do you want me to blindfold you, drag you into the church? Do you want me to meet you back here tomorrow? Do you want to figure out your crap and just get over it and just come in with us? Or how do you want this to work?
If it was that easy, don't you think I would have fucking done it already?
Mind over matter, my friend. Mind over matter.
How about I crush your skull and you won't matter?
There's my Murph.
I'm just kidding. You said Emmett's getting rest?
Yeah, he pretty much just passed it. He was kind of yelling at me for being a little too loquacious, and he passed out. So
Shocker.
poor guy. I guess meticulously murdering somebody in their sleep takes a bit out of you.
Well, I don't exactly feel comfortable with Emmett with some strange Brit. What is this guy, soldier? What is he? Who the fuck is he?
I didn't really ask him any questions. He seems intelligent.
I told him everything about us.
Yeah, I think he might even be an architect.
I guess I'll wait for Emmett for the information on this guy. Well, I you know, blindfold or go sleep in an empty. I don't really trust the blindfold thing. What do you think?
See you tomorrow.
Murph actually laughs. He's like, that was a good one. All right, I'll see you guys here in the morning.
Yeah, Yeah, come by in the morning. We'll head out early, get things all squared away.
Well, in all likelihood, he probably won't see us until the evening, but maybe we'll get lucky.
There we go. I'm heading on back in.
I'm not sure whether I like you or hate you. It's somewhere in between. I don't know.
All right, so Bruce goes back in, and Murph heads off to... Where is Murph going?
He's sitting there thinking about what to do. Well, what are my options here?
I mean, you could go back to the V-hole.
Or the radio station.
He doesn't know the radio station.
Oh, he wasn't there for that. Never mind.
No, what I think, the way that I think Murph thinks is he will act like it's an op, and he's going to go try to find a place where he can hole up like he was observing somebody.
Okay, cool. Roll me a survival roll for making camp.
B and a D. 6 and a 2.
Okay, so you're able to make a camp. I'm assuming it's going to be a hidden camp?
Yeah, I'm gonna think it's gonna be in one of the buildings that's kind of blown out.
Okay, roll me a recon roll then too for the hidden part of it.
10 and a 5.
Okay,
so
cool.
2 successes.
Yeah, okay. So you seem like you find a spot in like a blown out building somewhere, and you're able to camp out for the evening. We can see like the night sky and like the skyline of Krakow, and we kind of zoom over past the bunker, and we can see the river running along the south end of it. And if we weren't at 35 minutes, I would say we end right here, but we're only partway through what would be an episode. So for the rest of this, what we're going to do is XP.
Yes.
First of all, what I want to do is this. Now, I know I said before that I was not going to reward PvP, and I'm still not going to. But that whole thing of us sitting there and talking about it and working it through and what makes the most sense, I'm going to give all of you guys a challenge coin for that.
Yay!
Just for that, one, making sense. Two, the fact that we're all adult enough to be mature about conversations like that. And
how dare you
turn it into a battle royale fight.
I've been called a lot of things, but nothing has hurt like that.
Never an adult. So
or mature.
You all
how
are
dare
getting,
you, sir?
I know. So you're all going to get a challenge coin for that one, just right off the bat, preemptively, for that whole shebang, because that was fucking amazing, and that was such a great twist on the story.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Right.
All right, so
nobody saw it coming except for Brian.
I didn't even see it coming.
I think Brian was like, I think Emmett would do this, but I'm not going to because that'll make Adam and Jeremy and everybody kind of weird.
Right.
And it was
Well,
like,
it was already a rule that we had discussed. So it was like,
Long
hey,
time ago.
Yeah, hey, this isn't something I'm allowed to do, but I really feel like I would do it.
It totally fit.
Oh, yeah, it totally fit. All right, so now we're going to do, like I said, the rest of the XP stuff. So everyone participated, so everyone's going to get another challenge coin, because that's where those go. So everyone participated. Did you follow your moral code despite significant risk to your group? Chris, do you think you did that?
Survival of him and his team takes higher priority over a moral compass or rules of engagement. Eliminate enemies at all costs before they can hurt the team. I don't know. I think...
Yeah, you kind of painted yourself into a corner with that moral code.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just letting you know. Like,
I don't... Yeah.
But you can change it. That's an option.
Yeah, I will look to change it for next time. But
Okay.
at this point, I don't think so. I think all he did was want us to survive.
Yeah. Jeremy, I know it was Valentine, but do you think that he did that?
Oh, 100%.
I'm sure he did. Okay.
100%. He definitely got them before they got him.
Yeah.
At least once.
It's funny. This is another time I'm
At least
bringing
once.
Jeremy like we're doing XP after Jeremy's character got killed. This has happened a few times.
Yep. Hey, Staff Sergeant Dabrowski did, though.
Okay, yeah, there you go. Give Staff Sergeant Dabrowski a XP for that.
All right.
Ooh, can I? Sorry.
Go ahead.
I don't know if it's, but he definitely put risk to himself by going back to the club, hoping to get a reward that would help them.
Sure. I'll go with a sure on that one. Yeah.
Because I was thinking about it today, and I was like, you know what? I should just say he's like, nah, fuck it. I'd rather just put that in the rear view and not deal with it.
Yeah.
But
Brian. Moral code.
This is gray.
Well, with significant risk to everything, moral code was what power would hell have if those imprisoned were not able to dream of heaven? So, and then with his big dream being to follow Keanu, I really feel like
You're skipping ahead to Big Dream from moral code.
I know, but I'm just saying, moral code wise, I believe to not lose hope was, even try and take that shot. Really kind of fell under the hoping that we can get free from where we were.
I'll say that'll apply to the next thing for the Big Dream more than it would apply to this one. So that's fine. Kyle.
I, who typically runs first and asks questions later, ran into a building to get a sniper just because I was worried that we would have it turned upon myself and my buddy.
And what's your moral code?
Moral code is to become the hero that I don't even think I can because everything in my life has been selfish.
Cool. I'm cool with that then. That works. All right.
Natalie.
Natalie?
Yeah, anything for the greater good.
Sure. Okay. Professor?
Let me check a sheet.
Yeah.
Didn't think of that.
I don't think so. I don't think there was anything moral code specific with him. All right. We'll move on to the risk or sacrifice something significant to realize your big dream. I'm going to lump Emmett and Murph's together because Murph's is helping Emmett. So,
yeah, help him find his son.
So yeah, I'll go. You guys both get a challenge point for that because that also kind of works with this thing. So
we're not adding. Are we adding experience under our sheet anymore?
Yes. Those aren't challenge coins. Those are XP. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're up to 3 so far.
You're up to. It's been individual, so it's not a we is whatever you're at.
Yeah. If I got one for
no, because don't count the challenge coin. That's over here. That's separate.
Okay.
So you would be at 2.
2.
Because I've literally only done 2 questions.
Yep, 2.
So,
I've got 2 check marks.
All right. Brian should have 1. Jeremy.
Nah, neither of them.
Okay. Kyle, sacrifice something significant to realize your big dream?
I don't know that I necessarily did, but my big dream, of course, is to find my own path and find respect and admiration that I never really had. And I did have a moment with my buddy here who said I would trust him with my life, which is something I've never in my life heard my character.
Okay, yeah, I'll say that's cool. Yeah, because yours and Emmett's dynamic has definitely improved and then worsened and then... Yeah. All right. Everyone traveled at least 1 hex on the travel map, even if it was urban terrain. So everyone gets 1 for that. Did you overcome 1 or more dangerous events using violent or non-violent means? Yes. I'm going to say yes.
Be them tiger or otherwise.
And did you risk your life for the PC who is your buddy? Kyle.
Ran into that building with the sniper with him.
Yeah, it was kind of the same event. Yeah. The question is, though, and I should be more specific on this, did you give yourself the bonus for it?
We did not.
Yeah. I don't think anybody could give themselves the bonus for that kind of thing. That was the same with the moral code thing. And I think technically I should be like, no one should get 1 for the moral code because no one used the bonus for it. And I remember pointing that out last time. So everyone reduced it back down by 1, other than Brian, because I didn't give him 1 for that. Take it away, so no one gets that. Because I said that one rolled in with the big dream thing. All right. And that was pretty much the end of the XP questions. So I think that's everyone's at 3, if I remember correctly. Yeah.
At 3 in your challenge coin.
Yeah, 3 in a challenge coin. Yep.
Well, I didn't answer the put a risk to yourself and blah, blah, blah. Or
Yeah, I know, but nobody
next?
gave themselves a bonus die for it, so no one's going to get it. That was the thing I said before about...
Yeah. I thought you were taking away the first one for that.
I did, but then I also realized partway through that I was like, oh, yeah, right. I said I wasn't going to give you guys that unless you used it, and you didn't.
So 3?
3.
And then what's it cost to bump a skill up?
5 to a D, 10 to a C.
5, 10, 15, 20.
Yeah. 5 to get a D in something, but I think you have to, like, learn it at that point.
10 to get a C, and then 15 to get to a B?
Yes.
And then 20 to an A.
When you rest is when you can spend them.
Right.
The only thing you have to learn is the specialties.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the skill you can just raise.
All right.
I only have 4 total now because Murph used 20 a little while ago to bump his recon from a B to an A.
You also have 7 challenge
I have
coins.
a shit ton of fucking XP.
You also have 7 challenge coins. So that's 11.
Yeah, I'm good. Those are going to come in handy, I'm sure.
All right, so you guys are all resting now, too. That's the other reason why I was like, let's do this right now, because you guys could theoretically spend them.
That'll knock me down to 1 stress and 1 damage after tonight.
If you eat. You have to eat and rest, too. It's the rules.
We ate before we went to
They did.
We did.
club.
Yeah, before you went to the club yesterday.
The day before.
Right, but Bruce still had food. We had more rations than 1 day's worth from the selling of the...
Sure. All I said was, and you have to
sniper
eat.
rifle.
That's all I said.
But Murph wouldn't have that. Bruce has a stockpile of food.
You should have given me some food before you bid me adieu.
Unless you guys want to retcon that you gave Murph something to eat.
Yeah, smacked him on the butt and handed him some jerky.
Okay, that's fine. All right.
Oh.
Yeah, so is anyone going to spend XP on a skill? Because you would be able to do that now. Does anyone have something they were already looking at? I know you don't, Jeremy, because they're dead. Because Valentine is dead.
It's 5 to take something from a nothing to a D, right?
Yep.
Correct.
That's
But you
correct.
had to have succeeded
Yep.
in that, right?
That is also true. Yeah.
Yeah, because I've only really...
Well, here's a question. What's your persuasion, Chris?
Only my empathy D, so I'm wondering about taking a persuasion to
You've succeeded
D and
at
D.
it,
Yeah,
so,
that's what.
yeah.
That's the exact one that I was thinking of. Mm-hmm. So I'll use all my experience, and can you remove 1 challenge coin, please?
If you're taking it from a nothing to a D, that should only be 5.
I only have 4 experience.
Gotcha. I'm with you. Okay, yeah, not a problem. All right, so Murph now has a D in persuasion, which is kind of amazing.
Intimidation, persuasion, same thing.
Yeah, persuasion. It's persuasion, not mind control or, quote, lawyer lying. By the way, and let me also say, because you kind of touched on a thing there, which referenced back to something way earlier, when you were like, but I was telling the truth. That's not the way the skill works. Nor is it the way that I see those
Trying
things
to
working
convince
anyway.
somebody of your point.
Nor were you
Yes.
telling the truth.
Yes, it's one of those things that bugs me sometimes in a game where it's like, well, everything I said was true or nothing I said was a lie. So it's like, yeah, but you're
No, I
trying to
wasn't-
No. Let me explain. This is a broader explanation of my view on RPGs, right? Like, because I've played in games before where that's been the way that people would play, where they would lawyer out the things they were saying so that they didn't have to roll a persuasion roll because nothing they said was a lie. It's like that, yeah, but you're withholding information. Like, that's still lying. You know what I mean?
I got you. I wasn't
Yeah.
trying to be lawyerly, actually.
No,
I
I
think he told the truth. Like, I don't think he was being, like, evasive.
I know, but that's why I was saying, even in that situation,
Yeah.
like, it's still persuasion. And it just was on topic of what I was thinking about, because there was another thing earlier when you were like, about not knowing who Zjelko was. You were like, if I just say this, then it's not lying. It's like, that's not the way persuasion works. Like, it's not what it is. It's not, is anything I'm saying a lie? You know, it's still.
I get it.
That's why Natalie got the shit beat out of her.
Yep. He's 100% right. That's exactly why Natalie got the shit beat out of her. But I'm just letting you know my philosophy on GMing those
I get
types
it.
of things. So, yeah. 'Cause I hate that. I hate that. It bugs me. Not that I'm not saying you annoyed me with it. I'm just saying it reminded me of that, and I was like, I'm going to touch on this at some point.
Yeah,
so I'm throwing it in here.
on this time, I wasn't being lawyerly like, well, he didn't actually lie because I honestly didn't think he was being evasive.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying he was, but persuasion is not trying to convince somebody of something that's not true. It's just
It
persuading
could be
them. Yeah,
two people arguing politics.
yeah, exactly. But
Or just convincing them to do the thing you want them to do.
Yeah.
Even if they're like, oh, yeah, I totally agree with you, but I'm not doing that.
right, yeah, because even then it says you may not even like the ref can totally be like, you're not going to be able to persuade them to do this. You can't use persuasion to like mind control them to shoot themselves. You know what I mean? Like they just be like, no, they're not gonna. It's not gonna do anything. That's not how that works. But yeah. Anyway, so that was a whole other topic. But coolness under fire. Anybody succeed after each session when you've made coolness under fire rolls and succeeded? You have a chance to increase your coolness under fire. Bruce,
Nope, just Emmett.
I'm fairly certain you did.
Oh yeah.
During
I did have
the
a firefight.
During the shootout, yeah.
Yes,
And
I did.
I think Emmett too. Yeah.
Did I have to with the whole cross thing and all that bullshit?
Was there coolness under fire associated with that?
I think he rolled
There's
one
always
when
a
he
coolness
shot
under
the
fire
yellow,
associated with
the innocent civilian.
Oh, yeah. Plus, shooting the innocent civilian, too.
Sure. Then, yeah. But what's your coolness under fire at right now?
Self is an A unit.
Yeah,
to
so
B.
it can't go up any
Doesn't
higher
matter.
anyway. So yeah,
Doesn't matter.
I think Bruce is the only one that might potentially be able to
Yeah,
increase
myself's
it.
a B.
Natalie.
And Natalie, okay.
Did Noah?
Probably.
Should have. I think Noah succeeded at least one coolness under fire.
I want to think so as well.
I don't even think it. Yeah. Oh, Brian's leaving. So what you do is you roll a base die for your coolness under fire. So you don't roll the rest of it, like the morale, the group morale.
unit.
You just roll the base die for it.
I got a 6, so nope.
Okay.
Because you need to fail it, right?
If the result is a 1, increase your coolness under fire by
yeah.
1 step.
I rolled an 8.
Okay,
So I
so-
missed.
no.
And then now I'm going to roll one for Collins. I got to find out what his coolness is.
It's probably a D.
It's a D.
It's
It's
a
a
C.
D. It's a D.
It's a
Is
C.
it a C?
Oh wow.
It's a C.
Huh.
Rolled a 3. No,
Okay,
we're good.
so no. All right. All right, unit morale. What do you guys have it listed at right now?
B.
B.
Okay. So we're going to go down the list of this. Your unit has been in combat and defeated its enemies. Since the last time we did XP, yes, because Lieutenant Bruce with that dude. Okay. So that would be a yes. So it would go up to an A, theoretically. But then the next thing, or if one of the following events have taken place in the session, the unit morale decreases by 1 step. A member of your unit has been killed or fatally wounded. Yep.
Yep.
You guys killed
Yep,
Valentine.
sure has.
Back down.
Oh, goodness gracious.
It happened. It's right there. You get,
We were his hostages.
I don't care. He was a member of your team.
He wasn't a member of our unit.
He was. He was totally another PC.
No, he was an employer.
Or captor.
No, I'm still going to count it. I'm going to say no. No.
as far as morale-wise, I mean, it could still, like, erode your faith in humanity a little bit. And you're just like, oh, God, people are terrible.
I already said I'm not rewarding it, and I gave you guys challenge coins.
I think morale went up after that.
B. It's staying at a B.
That's all right. It's a B.
Yeah, what are you complaining about? You got an A and a B.
I'm not going to reward it. It's a B.
I don't know if it's player, but definitely character morale went up after that.
That's fine. I get it. All right. So also, anyone has an opportunity now to redefine their moral code if they want to seek a new dream or find another buddy. So
I'm going to ask for help on the moral code.
Okay.
Because I don't know how to word it in a way that doesn't paint me into a corner, right?
Right.
Because like my idea of his moral code is basically keep himself and these guys alive no matter the cost.
I don't think him keeping himself alive is part of his moral code, because he has openly been like,
not caring.
My life doesn't matter.
Right.
So take that out of there.
Yeah.
So
just because you haven't been playing it that way.
That's true. The survival of his team.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I think that's a good one. The survival of his team is a moral code. And then that also means that it would, potentially have mechanical uses. You know what I mean? Because it's difficult when it's like, despite a moral code. It's like, that's literally your moral code. You're saying, like, despite of the thing that, like, it's circular and gets complicated that way. But
how would you word that?
Yeah, just survival of your team.
That's it.
Yeah, keep it simple. Don't. The more verbose it is, the less, like, applicable it can be, just the basic idea. Like, if his moral code is to keep his team alive, there you go.
Although at this point, I think in his mind, the team is him and Emmett.
Not Bruce.
Or the other guys that come and go.
Yeah.
I mean, you could sharpen your pencil and put a finer point on that.
You could be like, keep Emmett alive. Yeah.
And which makes that even more interesting at that point. If you do something to threaten Emmett's life, that goes against your moral code at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Which could possibly be
something that could happen.
So now that we're 114 episodes into this, so moral code, this would be 114. If you choose to follow your moral code, you get a +1 to a related skill with that. So you could be like, hey, my moral code is this, so this is me trying to keep them alive, +1. That makes sense.
Yeah.
But also, if you choose to betray your moral code, you immediately suffer 1 point of stress. So it's like, that's the flip side of that.
And I get where your moral code can't be, I don't have a moral code when it comes to keeping my team alive.
Right. Just, it's about keeping your team alive. But you also won't get an experience point unless during that time you go, hey, I'm going to use this to get the +1 so that we can like go, okay, here it is. And then it requires less arbitration later.
Can I forego the moral code and Big Dream for now for Ellis because I don't know the man yet?
Sure.
Okay.
I will say at any point you can come up with one. As long as it's not like in the moment, oh, his moral code's this now, and then I'd like a +1.
I'm not gonna do that. No. I'll generally figure it out like 1 or 2 sessions in, and I'll be like, oh,
okay, yeah,
and then write it down.
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Big dreams? Anyone's big dream changing?
Nope.
Shit, man.
Nope.
I think that's...
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to change my big dream to...
Take over the bunker.
Get a hot dog from Yankee Stadium.
Son of a...
That's like the kiss of death big dream is eat a hot dog at Yankee Stadium. That's how you know the character's going to die.
Is it?
Yeah, that's like the cliche movie one is like, man, I can't wait to get back home, get a hot dog at Yankee Stadium. All right, so yes, no one's switching up big dreams. What about buddies? Everyone's keeping their buddies the way they are. Bruce, your buddy is whom?
Emmett.
Emmett, your buddy is.
I'm on a switch.
You are. Oh,
Yes.
Oh,
My buddy is going to be Bruce.
okay. That actually really makes sense.
It does, but still, fuck you, Emmett.
Hey, get your crap together.
It's the kiss of death, and it hasn't worked on Murph. We got to try it on someone else.
I don't know. He got pretty close.
Chris,
Yes.
buddy, are you keeping it as Emmett?
Keeping it, Emmett, yeah.
Okay. All right, and then
Well, fuck me. All right.
they just met you. They don't know you.
Ellis finds Bruce to be a delight.
Okay, so
I'm sure he's a fount of information.
Oh, he's delightful.
Yeah.
You know, he's quite the conversationalist.
So are you going to pick Bruce as your?
Yeah.
All right, that's cool. I like that.
Yeah, that's what that role was for earlier.
I figured
It's
that's
like,
what
all
that
right,
was.
Let's find out who he likes better.
Let me data mine this guy.
Well, he's so genuine.
All right, so since this would be the end of a quote session, questions, comments, concerns?
Wait, when did you start taking surveys? What the fuck?
We're 114 episodes in. I figured now would be a good time.
Yeah, I thought this was a
I haven't
dictatorship.
given you my opinion since Parju.
I hear your opinion all the time. I can't stop hearing it. Anybody? Nothing?
No. Do you know where we're going? Because I thought we had, a general direction of what was happening, and then Brian was like, "I'm gonna fucking kill this dude."
Yep.
So I don't know where we're going.
Bruce knows where the location is. I haven't put it on the map yet. We'll cover that next time.
Sure. Okay.
Zjelko's got a way for y'all to get out of the city because it'll be fun. And
By the way, good call, good thought process on tying that bow.
Mm-hmm.
Right when you said it, I'm like, that's a perfect.
that does work out. Yeah.
Yep. All right. I guess we'll see y'all next time.